All right, we start the show with some breaking news out of Memphis. The Grizzlies announced that they have parted ways with head coach Taylor Jenkins.
The playoffs is like round the corner.
Our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, this news was shocking to us all, but the questions we have are why and why now?
Cassidy, sources tell me that the Grizzlies simply felt that Taylor Jenkins had progressively lost the locker room.
He lost the locker room, but they is in the playoffs.
I am surprised, but it's kind of like I'm in my LaToya Luckett mode again. I'm torn between the two.
Me too, because I really want to be with you.
And their play had plateaued and declined the second half of this NBA season.
Last year, the Grizzlies asked Taylor Jenkins to replace his entire coaching staff. And then they went out, as Shams talked about there, and hired guys who were sort of off the grid. They hired, Tumas Izalo from Paris Basket, a French team, where they had to pay a bunch of money to buy him out of that contract, and they're paying him a bunch of money. There was a bidding war for his services with the Wizards, and they hired away another assistant, Noah LaRoche, who he and Izulo established this new offense, which is completely different. But what's so fascinating and so interesting about this is that the Grizzlies had been going away from this as they've struggled over the last 6-8 weeks, because they were playing great at one point. They went through a stretch right before the All-Star break where they'd won 10 out of 11. But as they've struggled and as Ja Morant was out of the lineup, Taylor Jenkins started to pull back. And Shams was talking about how that they would never run screens.
On one hand, I'm surprised for the fact that the Memphis Grizzlies are right in the thick of things. They're in the postseason. They're one of the top teams in the Western Conference. And I get it. They've been struggling, right? But they're still a team that could make a push. Taylor Jenkins is still a hell of a coach. Hell, he helped establish, alongside with Jared Jackson and Ja Morant, this culture. On the other side of things, I kind of saw this coming, right?
About Jenkins, quote, "I'm genuinely appreciative of Taylor's contributions to this team and the city over the past 6 seasons. This was a difficult decision given the consistent and tangible development of our players and overall success under Taylor's leadership. I wish Taylor the very best going forward." Now,
you could tell when the team is not on one accord.
Jenkins spent almost 6 years in Memphis and has the most wins in franchise history while at the helm. President and GM of basketball operations Zach Kleiman had this to say, joining us.